going on, everybody? So I know it's been a little bit since my last upload. I've been really busy. I've been studying for martial arts again and hitting the gym, living life. But somebody sent me a news article where natives are offended by an office painting. And I don't really think I need to talk too much about that because it's the typical thing that we always get where something offends Native Americans. Either it's a school mascot, it's the name of a sports team, or hell, it could even be a military helicopter. I remember they got mad at the Apache helicopter and started complaining and had the Apache renamed. Because, and it's not like the Apache tribe was violent. It's not like they ever scalped somebody or killed somebody. So, maybe naming that chopper was not accurate. Maybe it was. Who knows? But as for what I read, I'm going to talk about something more significant. Native Americans do nothing but complain and get offended. I don't get it. Every time I turn on the TV and there's a Native American person on TV, every time I talk to somebody who's Native American, it always somehow ends up with some anti-white, they took our land thing. It's like if you ever watch South Park, that episode where all those people from the future came and took everybody's job, that's pretty much what the Native Americans are like. It's, they took our land! They took our land! That's pretty much all it is. You ask a Native American why they're having struggles in their life and you try to hold them accountable for something, they do just what the blacks do. They blame whites. And what is their excuse? Blacks blame it on slavery and institutional racism, and natives, they took our land! They took our land! And that's all they ever say. Now, when it comes down to this, first off, this happened I don't know how many hundreds of years ago. Native Americans have more casino rights. They get free money. They can tell the police and everybody to stay the hell off our land. They have sovereign land. And they have more casino rights than anybody. Natives get better treatment than anybody else in this country. And they get special treatment. But every time they're on TV, they're complaining. Every time you talk to them, they're complaining. Because they want more. Now, what I read up on, because I'm going to post a link to this also. I'm also going to post a link to the news article, but I'm going to post a link to what I'm about to cite information from. During the time that the native land taking or whatever happened, there was a population of 700,000 natives roughly, scattered throughout the North American continent. That 700,000 natives scattered across the North American continent, in terms of right to claim the land, they had a right to about 3% of the land. There was about 3% land that was claimed by them. 97% of that land was not claimed. Okay, so 97% was unclaimed, 3% was rightfully claimed. Native Americans did a lot of warring on one another. In fact, they warred on each other pretty much almost the same way that the Africans did. Where they were invading each other's land, invading the land of other tribes, enslaving other tribes, and they had the mindset that whoever was the stronger tribe had the right to conquer the weaker tribe's land and take it. Now, that's basically what they did. The Europeans came over here, which I'm going to say before this, I'm going to say, why the hell did you let them off the boat in the first place? But regardless, the Europeans came over here and they took the rest of the land from the natives, and they took it all, basically. They took the 3% that was claimed by the natives, and they also took the 97% that was unclaimed, and they claimed it. Now, here's the thing about it. That is everything that the Native Americans practiced in their culture. Their argument is invalid of they took our land. That whole argument's invalid based on that alone. Now, when you look at some of the most violent attacks and some of the more violent things that have happened during that time frame, the Native Americans instigated and started a lot of the attacks against whites. They were the ones who instigated it, not the whites. The whites had their land, they settled, and that was it. When the natives lost, they decided to keep attacking, which, you know, it was war. They had the right to attack. I'm not going to hate on them for it. But they kept attacking, and the whites were defending themselves. And again, I'm going to post a link to all of this information as well in the description. And with that being said, Divisive Legend is out. Real news, real talk. Peace.